Okay, you guys, this video is going to be about tires, and in particular motorcycle tires. And we're going to hear from Randy, who owns Randy's Cycle Shack. Now, he's a mobile Harley mechanic, general motorcycle mechanic, mostly Harleys, who's been working at the rallies for years. He's got this big setup, but he also has a motorcycle shop back in Pennsylvania where he lives. So he's just a full-time Harley mechanic, really. And he's one of the best I've worked with. He's also probably the best boss I ever had, or one of them for sure. I've worked with for some great guys because I used to work for him. And he's going to tell us, give us his take on tires, which I found pretty interesting. There's some things I didn't know about them. And before I get it all started, I also want to say that I've worked with some of the best mechanics around, some guys that were just amazingly good, and I've learned a lot of things from a lot of them, but every one of them has given me bad advice about one thing or another, one time or another. So my point being, there's no actual like king mechanic who knows it all. You never know everything about anything. When you think you do, that's when you stop learning. And but I have seen Randy put a belt on a bagger that had a broken belt. I've seen him put a belt on in under an hour. I mean, just blows me away. I can't do that kind of shit. So you guys can take his take, which really kind of aligns with my take on tires, and to a large extent. And or you guys can get into it in the comment section, because that's what usually happens with things like these, is you guys can go on about whatever you think or give us your opinion or whatever. But before Randy gets started, he's going to talk about some of the problems that come with being a vendor, because, you know, you go to the rally and you see the vendor, you buy the t-shirts or whatever, you get a tire put on, whatever, but you don't see what goes on behind the scenes. But I worked in this gig for over 20 years. And I know that their trucks break down. I know about that a lot of them know each other. There's this whole behind the scenes things going on. I know I've seen all kind of problems happen, and I would never want to be a vendor, just work for them. And with that, he's going to talk about that for a few minutes and then move on into tires. And with that, let's get the video rolling. Look who's working here. Say hi to your fans, Whip.
Hey!
This is the tire that burned up?
Yeah, she called fire.
Okay. Tell the story to my camera, Randy. On the way here, he caught fire again. Now, a couple years ago, the trailer
got burned down, but that was something different.
That was something different.
This was a shock bracket broke, and then the shock got lodged in the tire, blew the tire, and then trying to stop the trailer in a construction zone.
Right.
Tire caught fire.
So it caught fire.
Yep. So we got out. We put one fire extinguisher through it. I did another fire extinguisher. We got it put out. We put another tire and rim on it.
He's got a whole bunch of tires sitting right inside.
Right.
Your shit would have burned
300
down.
some tires.
Tires would have
There's
gone.
300 and some motorcycle tires in there.
Yeah.
Then we got ugly quick.
So then somebody called the cops.
I guess somebody called the cops. Fire company showed up. Cops showed up. We were already changing the tire.
Did you get the shock fixed?
No, I came in with no shock.
Came in without it?
Yeah, I said screw it.
Yeah, that's the thing about these vendors, man. People want a great deal. I'm like, it costs them a lot of money just to get here, and they got so many days to make their money back, and these fucking trucks break down. I've seen it.
My truck broke down in Panama.
Panama was a big problem.
It sat there for a month and a half. Cost me over $25,000.
Did it?
For a new cylinder head and rebuild.
You had to put a new cylinder head on it.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, man, people ask me that when they say, "Why don't you become a vendor, Scotty?" I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding? I've watched you guys."
It's a good idea until it fucks up. You can make money quick if everything works right.
If everything works right, and then you get a bad show. Right. You get a bad show.
Rain.
Yeah, not enough. It's a slow show. I've been to them. Yeah, and you lose on them.
That's an $850 tire.
$850 for that tire? I thought mine was bad.
And I have to put it on myself.
I was at my buddy's shop, man. My front tire kept losing air. I couldn't figure out why. Every few days it needed air. So I went out to his trash pile and got a brand new one. It's like new. I'm like, why'd you take that off? He's like, I don't know. It probably is out of date. I'm like, oh, I didn't check that.
But the worst part is out of date. When they say out of date, there is no legal limit on dates on tires.
There isn't, huh?
No. There is no legal limit on dates on tires.
People worry about that a lot, and I'm like, well, when was the last time you checked the date on your car tires?
Exactly. Most of them, the rule of thumb is you don't sell a tire over 7 years old, but it depends on where it's stored. If it's stored in a climate-controlled garage or something, like if it's stored out in the sun, it's junk in a year or two.
Yeah, you're right.
But if it's stored in somewhere enclosed and no temperature, that thing will last forever. You know, and you see them on the bikes, and people always like, oh, I got to check the date code. The only thing that started the date code was fucking COVID. And the only reason that started that is because everybody ran out of shit. So nobody had tires. So they were getting down to the bottom of the pile. Back in 2017, 2018, if you got a tire that was within 2 years of the day you bought it, was impressive. Because most manufacturers won't build tires. Like Dunlop will build an MT90. They'll only build it for 3 months, and then they're done for a year, 2 years. So you won't get another one until 2 years later. But we were getting tires. That was half the problem why these tires are junk, is because of COVID. We were getting them 2 weeks after the assembly line. They never cured. They were still warm. We're getting them and putting them on your bike still warm. So everybody sees
they
like
need to cure, huh?
You see the Michelin, well, they're rubber. It's a petroleum product.
Well, I didn't know that.
You know, so
I didn't know they need to cure. I don't know what it takes to make a tire.
You look at all the tires. Everybody that was complaining, they have a mold mark, the line across the tire. You see everybody on Facebook. What this line? Well, yeah, that's where they vulcanized the tread to it. The problem is it didn't cure long enough, and it got hot, and now you see the line a little bit. It's not going to hurt nothing. But yeah, COVID killed tires.
So you don't have to. What about legalities? Can you sell one that's out of date?
There is no legal date. If you
shit.
look up online, now you'll see on Facebook or Google 7 years, 10 years. In the state of Pennsylvania, we have inspection. There is no legal time, right, Jake? We just looked that up. There is no technical, for state inspection, you cannot fail a tire by the date. There's no, it could be 50 years old. Now I, as a mechanic, can say I feel it's unsafe and fail that for state inspection in Pennsylvania. But there is no legal amount of time because you don't know where the tire is stored.
I put one on once. It was 25 years old. 25 years old. I was working over here and I showed it to the boss. It had never been mounted.
Yeah.
And I showed it to the boss. He goes, this tire is 25 years old. I go, no, it's not. It's brand new. Give me that son of a bitch. I put it on and ran it till it ran out of tread.
And it'll run fine. Now, sometimes, like I said, if they're in the sun...
it was a front.
If they're in the sun and they get dried out, they get hard, they get slippery, they get... for inexperienced riders, it's no good. But my rule of thumb is, and I'm not a professional, I'm somewhat, take your fingernail. You can take your fingernail and push it into that tire, and it leaves an imprint of your fingernail. It's still soft.
That's your test?
Yeah, it's still soft.
I never tried that.
It's going to grab the road. It's going to grab the road than 90% of these people are riding bald tires. So, the guy that rides his bike 4 times a year on a flat tire and goes, man, the bike feels great, but my tire wore out. Well, yeah, no shit. Your tire's got 12 pounds in it.
You see that a lot. Guys don't check the tires.
You didn't feel that? No, it felt fine.
I just went to ride my red bike and to do some stuff, and then the first thing I did, and the tires, of course, were low. When they sit, they go low.
No, we did the best.
They go low when they don't sit. They just have to check them.
The best thing you do during an oil change is air the guy's tires up. He thinks that oil made the bike ride better. Because the tires were low. I mean,
it's true. You do one and the other one's low.
And they go, man, my bike's riding so much better since I serviced it. Well, yeah, because we aired the tires up.
It does it makes a big difference. It really does.
It's a very simple thing.
It does make a big difference.
You would think we're God. Like we figured out something that nobody.
You see those Shinkos? They're tucking 49 pounds in them now.
Yeah, so they
have
a softer sidewall, so they want 49 inside their tire, and that's how they're designed. So
A lot of people ask me about that, and I say in small print on the tire somewhere it says what the maximum is. That's what I always do is max it.
And that's a lot of people will buy a separate tire.
Max out what it says.
So
what
you'll
the
buy that
manufacturer
bike.
says.
It's manufacturer on the frame says 36 pounds on both tires.
Nothing's under 40 anymore.
Well, yeah, but why would you put 36 pounds on that Michelin's? That's not what came with that bike. And they get confused, and it's like, well, my frame says, well, yeah, but you didn't put the tires your frame put on. So put what the manufacturer says.
That's what I always do. I go with what it says on the tire, of course.
I don't get in tire arguments online anymore because the people are half retarded.
It doesn't matter. But low pressure wears them out quicker.
Absolutely.
And right? And
Same
so
thing.
that's why I keep it up. So
Same
keep
thing.
the pressure up, maxed out.
I learned from you years ago. A tight belt will wear out faster than a looser belt.
They do. They really do.
They do.
They really do.
You're the guy that tells. So I like to
I
keep my
should
belts
know.
on the looser side.
I've
and
broken
people go,
9
I
belts.
think it's a little loose, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna get more wear out of it because it's not gonna wear your pulley.
They get tighter when they get hot, Randy.
Yeah.
I ride it loose and reach down, feel it. You can feel it got tighter.
Yeah. Well, then, because everything it gets hot, and that's.
You know how I
I've done
learned
that
that?
forever.
I had a lot of problems when belt drives were pretty new, and then I ended up at a guy's shop in Denver, and I fixed it there. He gave me a job afterwards, actually, and I lived in a cattle truck on blocks behind his shop for a while. But anyway, when I got it done, he said, that's too tight. I said, that's how the factory says it. He says, I don't care. You're going to keep having trouble if you keep doing that. I'm like, I got nothing to lose. I got a lot of trouble. I loosened it up, and my problem stopped.
Oh, it's the same thing. You go buy a brand new bike now that it's.
But that's just my experience. Somebody else might tell you something else, right?
Well, you get the newer bikes. They're like a banjo string.
They tighten them like a banjo.
So we always adjust them a little bit. Same thing with a clutch. When they had a clutch cable, now the hydraulic they can't do it as much, and now these new stupid self-adjust cables that they came out with
Oh, I've seen those.
they're fucking dumber than a box of rocks because they're held by a piece of plastic on a piece of steel, and you wonder why it don't adjust right. But back when they had adjusting cables, you go grab a brand new bike, there's no free play. It was like ka-ding, ka-ding, straight out.
Really, huh?
Well, then you wonder why you burn a clutch up at 15,000
Of course, you got to have free play.
because that's what they want.
It doesn't matter
It's
if
what
it's
they want.
doesn't matter if it's a 1956 Triumph Bonneville or a modern bike. All clutches need to have that little
it
bit
smells.
of. They
Clutch
gotta
plates
have
smell.
that. They
Everything
gotta
gets
have
hot.
that.
It smells. But you go to you get a guy that'll adjust that damn clutch, and it'll be like a spring. Ba-ding, ka-ding, and you wonder why. And then you're like, man, my clutch is slipping at 15,000 miles. This is ridiculous. Well, yeah, you probably shouldn't have had it serviced.
It had to be adjusted better. You got to have a little slack.
And now the new ones with the auto adjuster.
You got an auto adjuster?
Yeah, so that it's got a little clip and it's a spring, so it's supposed to adjust itself. The problem is it gets between teeth. So sometimes it's got a lot of play, and what guys will do is they'll go in there with a screwdriver and push on it and pop a couple more teeth. Well, now it's over adjusted. Now it's slipping.
There's an auto adjust?
Yeah,
This is new to me.
Yeah.
This is all news to me.
Yeah, all your new.
I don't keep up with the new
so
stuff,
your new
as you know.
cables has got a plastic clip
I'm living in the past.
with a metal adjuster. The clip grabs the teeth. And it's supposed to, so you set it, and then you pull it, let the spring do its thing, and you push the clip back in. Now, if you were riding a motorcycle.
If I was riding a motorcycle.
Yep. And you had metal teeth held by plastic.
Yeah.
And you're pulling on it. That's going to push this way.
Held by the plastic.
Would you trust plastic?
Do I trust plastic?
I'm just saying.
Absolutely, I don't.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. When that clip breaks, it goes whoop, and you have no more clutch. That's gone.
What's the matter with the old regular throttle cables like what's on there now?
So what FBI did...
You know, they got this fly-by-wire throttle. You know why? You know why? It's better. You know why?
Because
my last throttle cable only lasted 190,000 miles.
We
Got to improve on that with something really complicated, right?
we just replaced the throttle sensor on a 2019 with 18,000 miles on it because it stopped working.
With 18,000.
We just replaced. Jake just did it right before we left the shop. But yeah, so they auto adjust. So now FBI, Fat Baggers Incorporated, came out with an adjuster.
That's metal.
You break the plastic out, do the way they do it, and it makes it an adjustable cable again, and you just adjust it.
My God.
Best thing that ever was made. I wish I had made it, but
this is bullshit with Randy. But you're going to use up all my reel. This is his place. They just got here. You know, I used to work here, right? So they're just getting set up. There it goes. Semi-tire.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little video. Truth be known, I'm on the move right now and I don't have time to make any very intricate videos, and so I threw that one together because it was easy and I also thought it was interesting. And with that, of course, I'm going to let you know that I have a book for sale. It's a spiritual book. There's a description in the drop box below, and it's sold really well. It's gotten out really great reviews. For those of you guys who hasn't, you can push the link and go over and look at the reviews if you want. And I also have my donate stuff down there for anybody who wants to use it or who would like to use it, because that's really how I make my living in these days. It's how I'm buying my gas. But for everybody who doesn't, never sweat it, man. My material is always going to remain free. I'm never going to do Patreon or any of that shit. Or put a bunch of commercials in there for you guys to suffer through. I turn that stuff off. So I hope you just enjoy my content. And with that, guys, I will see you all on the next video.